Hi Speechies, it's Lisa and welcome back to Speech Fairies. I want to go over my little collection of pumpkin books. So we've done the apple books, next up pumpkin books. These are pumpkin books that do not have a Halloween element, or at least I tried not to get the ones that have a Halloween element. I'm saving those ones for Halloween and not everyone celebrates Halloween, so I have just the pumpkin ones. So we'll jump right in and I'll show you some of my favorite ones. If you're new to our channel, I'm a speech language therapy assistant and I love my therapy materials. So I'm sharing all my collections and therapy materials after about 20 years of practicing with all of you. So let's get into it. First we have Pick a Pumpkin. It's a Scholastic book by Judy Cox. So this is something relatable. Miss Millie, our teacher, is really silly. Good morning, class. It's nice to see you. It's nice to see you too, Miss Millie, we say. And she's even got her pumpkin-themed sweater on and her pumpkin-themed beret. So today we're going to the pumpkin pets. Miss Millie tells us, "Don't be silly, Miss Millie. You mean the pumpkin patch." So she makes silly little mistakes and the kids like to correct her, as we know. So we'll pick pumpkins for our harvest party and bring Yak to school. So this is a nice book to check to see if their listening comprehension is on. Want to make sure that if read it aloud to see if anybody notices that we've made a mistake in some of the words. So this is a great book for that because it's already set up to do that. We'll line up and get on the bus. It's cold today. Miss Millie says, "Don't forget your jackals." And then one of the kids says, "Don't forget your jackets." So they actually have a jackal on there, which is funny. Silly Millie is all the way through, so it's a nice rhyming word. There's a nice big dragon here at the farm. It's good to see if they're paying attention. At the farm, Farmer Don greets us at the gate. "We'll go on a hayride. Everybody on the dragon." "Don't be silly, Miss Millie. You mean the wagon." Hayride takes us down the road. "Look," calls Miss Millie, "a harecrow." "Don't you mean a scarecrow?" we tell her. So they're all in the wagon. So she makes all these mistakes with all these fun rhyming words, and the kids correct her. So that's a really cute book. Next we have Pumpkin Town, also a Scholastic book. Jose and his family grew pumpkins. Come fall, Jose and his family would gather the pumpkins and collect the vines, and the 2 trucks took the fruit to faraway cities. Some were hollowed and carved, and some were saved for pies. Before the trucks took the pumpkins, Jose and his family saved a few. They needed the seeds. When it came to saving pumpkins, Jose's father always said, "Save only the best and sell the rest." And so Jose and his brothers hollowed the best pumpkins and saved only the biggest, brightest seeds. So you can ask some why questions. Why are they saving the seeds? And then they throw the seeds, which is kind of silly, and then they end up in the next town over. And it says that seemed like the end of it. But the next spring, rain awoke those small seeds and plants began. More rain fell and the vines grew every which way. They wrapped around the chimneys and round through the corn. At first the townspeople liked the vines, for they were lovely and delicate. But then the vines began to climb up and down and around, growing heavy and thick. They snaked, green and silent, through one window and then out the other. And you can see that they grew and grew every which way, until the townspeople were saying things like, "Nothing is worse than pumpkins." Jose and his family cut and stacked their pumpkins, saving only the best, and when they were done, they stepped back and said, "Nothing's better than pumpkins." When he looked down at the town, it looked odd. It seemed so green and orange. You could ask the kids if they remember why that happened. Since their field work was done, and because Jose and his brothers were curious, they walked to town the next day and saw more vines and more pumpkins than they ever imagined. They remembered a gusty, dusty day that they scattered the seeds. It's our fault. We must do something. So on that very night, Jose and his brothers cut and stacked the pumpkins and vines. They worked as quickly as they could. This big stack's the same as the one on the cover. When the townspeople awoke, they discovered a mountain of pumpkins and a hill of vines and a mound of tired brothers. There. There's the vines. The brothers slept. The townspeople filled the wagon with hay and set 5 great watermelons between Jose and his brothers, thanking them for their aid. The wagon took the brothers back to their home, and they were laid in the grass, glossy grass, some higher level vocabulary there. So down the town, 5 trucks came for the mountain of pumpkins, and the townspeople were given a grand sum of money for all that fruit. Ah, nothing is better than pumpkins, they said. It was decided that the rest of the pumpkin money would be spent to carve a statue, the statue of the 5 mysterious brothers who had made a mountain of pumpkins. This is another one for older children. It says Stage 1, a science find out book. So it's probably a little bit more expository, but it has some nice actions in it. So the farmer plants hundreds of pumpkin seeds in the spring, and it gives you some breakdown of what's happening under the soil. Some more actions. We're watering. These are nice clear pictures for preschoolers. The sprouts are coming up, and it gives you a little bit more detail. And some nice descriptors. The leaves are rough and prickly, but the seed leaves are smooth and rounded. And it talks about them drying up. And it talks about the pumpkin stems and how we have to take care of them. And they don't stand up tall, and the flowers come next. So some nice sequencing words. And the petals wither away, and the flowers bloomed, and the hard fruit begins to grow. But fall is coming, and they're getting very big pumpkins. So in 4 months, the flat white pumpkin seeds have grown into big fat orange pumpkins. And the pumpkins are ripe and round with lumps and bumps and come in all shapes and sizes. But what happens with the pumpkins? Some people use them for Halloween, some will be baked into pies. It's pumpkin time. All summer long, my brother and I get ready for our favorite holiday. Can you guess what it is? Halloween! Can you guess what we do to get ready? And it says we plant a jack-o'-lantern patch. So it's a big patch of dirt. You can ask them if they know, if they can guess. Nice actions. There first they dig, and then they put the seeds in, and then they water the plants. So and the vines are getting longer and longer. And there's nice he and she on every single page. If you're working on receptive language, you can ask them who, where's she, where's he. Every week we put water on them and pull lots of weeds. And then the flowers start growing, but they grow bigger. We can talk about what's happening here. As soon as it's fall, they come out from green to yellow and then to orange and ready to be picked. They're picked and carved. We put on our costumes. And it says Happy Halloween. We have Franny and the Pumpkin Patch. If anyone doesn't know this series, Franny's Feet. It was a little cartoon on PBS Kids. And it's all the different types of shoes or boots that she comes across. And they take her on little magic journeys of discovery. So she helps in her grandfather's shop. And let's see what shoes we'll find today. And then we see the little bell. Someone came into the shop. The farmer drops off his boots. They're all worn out. Franny gets in there and she has to try on everybody's shoes. And then she landed in the middle of a wonderful pumpkin patch. And then I've got Oh My Pumpkin Pie. I like these little short little readers. They're great for sessions because they're quick. Oh My Pumpkin Pie. Autumn pumpkin patch. No pumpkins ever match. So talk about different shapes and sizes. See them growing row by row. Pumpkins put on quite a show. When pumpkins come in many sizes. Pumpkin shapes are such surprises. So lots of nice rhyming words. Pumpkin rounds as basketballs. Pumpkins flat as old beach balls. Nice descriptors and he's and she's in here. Pumpkin striped in shades of yellow, and this one looks like a marshmallow. Nice rhyming words. Plurals. wrinkles, some have bumps, some have none, some look like the setting sun. Some look like a big balloon, some look like a harvest moon. Some look like a spinning toy, some look like a baby boy. Pumpkin skinny, pumpkins fat, some could look like a tabby cat. Some are shaped like a pear, some go to the county fair. We can use words like carrying, pushing, pulling. We're taking the big prize. Some wind up as pumpkin pies. They're eating pumpkin muffins, pumpkin bread. One becomes a scarecrow's head. It does get into Halloween there a bit at the end. We've got the pumpkin man, and I like these illustrations quite a bit. When we go outside, we rake the leaves, we pile them up high. What can I do with all these leaves? I know, I have a plan. This would be good for an inquiry unit. We run inside and find old clothes. We'll make a pumpkin man. And then they find a head. They go and find a pumpkin head. And they talk about all the different shapes and sizes of the pumpkins. And look around the pumpkin patch. And they find the best of all. Pumpkin man smiles back with a happy glowing face. So they made a whole pumpkin man, not just a pumpkin head. This one is The Garden We Grew, another Scholastic book by Joan Holub. This is the garden we will grow. This is the patch we will plant row by row. Some future tense. And this is the dirt, all warm and brown. You can talk about what the kids are doing. And they are the seeds that they push way down into the dirt. This is the water they spray on the seeds. These are the hands that pull out the weeds. These are the buds that peek from their beds. These are the flowers that poke out their heads. These are the pumpkins that grow on the vine. These are the summer days filled with sunshine. So you can see she's measuring it, which is cute. These are the worms that go here and there, and these are the bees that buzz in the air. This is the day we've all waited for. We pick our pumpkins, 1, 2, 3, 4. The inside the pumpkins is wet orange goop. This is the way we scoop, 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 scoop. This is the pie we make and munch. These are the cookies we bake by the bunch. These are the faces that grin ear to ear. Let's save some seeds and grow pumpkins again next year. So I like that there's many kids on these pages. Well, I end up working on they are quite a bit and action words. So you can work on the auxiliary as well. I'm not sure why this was punched, but because I got everything secondhand, I'll never know. And last one, grow a pumpkin pie. So this one's nice for all the steps. And the he's and she's, and the action words. Dig a hole, plant a seed, water well, pull a weed. Here comes rain, splash in the mud, shoot comes up, then a bud. Look, we see a long green vine. Little pumpkins grow in a line. The air gets cold, the leaves fall down, orange, yellow, red, and brown. The pumpkins ripen on the ground. Pick one that is big and round. Cut the top, start to scoop. Add eggs and cream. It looks like soup. Stir in the sugar with your spoon. It comes with these extra little flashcards, which I never use. Hurry, hurry, it's almost noon. Mix in spices, let's be quick. Stir some more, and now it's thick. Pour it in a crusty shell. Bake it in the oven. Bake it well. It must cool. Let it sit. Take a fork. Taste a bit. Don't forget to save a seed. Plant it next year. It's all you need. So that one I actually bought 2. Because you never know when you're going to need 2 books the same. I think I just liked it so much that when I saw a second one, I grabbed it. So that's what happens when I pick up these books thrifting. So those are my pumpkin books. So if you have any comments about any of those, please do so. Add it down below. I like this one for older children, The Pumpkin Town. Desert Island choices are The Pumpkin Time, The Garden We Grew, The Grow a Pumpkin Pie, and my favorite was Pick a Pumpkin with Silly Miss Millie. So those are my favorites. You can let me know your favorite down in the comment below, or if you have another one that I haven't review. There's tons of pumpkin books out there. I possibly couldn't have them all. So please let me know your thoughts below. Please give us a thumbs up. It's great for our channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you very soon. Bye for now, everyone.